This past week, I've been working on the dock house at Cundy Harbor. It's a bar mill scale model works kit that I purchased at a train show about a year ago. And I've been itching to get started with it, and finally decided on Tuesday to get going. I'm going to show you a few clips of what I did with it. And if you'd like to see more clips, you could go to Rumble and Locals, where I have some more detailed instructions on how I build my kits. So here we go. Just finished painting these. I put 2 coats of the paint on here and let these dry for a couple of hours before I start gluing the things together. There are 5 pieces for the building right here, and let me see, these 1/16 inch pieces get glued right here. I cut 3 pieces here for these 3 sides. Now I'll do the same thing over here on this other end. So what I do is put this up against a block, put the piece that I'm cutting, and then use the straight edge, and see, I got a perfect cut right there. I use Aleene's tacky glue. You can also use wood glue or plain old Elmer's glue. And you can see I have a piece of glass here because it's easy cleanup and it's square, you know, it's flat. You don't have to worry about anything on there. So, and that's probably 3 times as much glue that is what I need right here. But what I'll do is I'll put a little bit along this edge right here. And this thing right here, these are the little deals you can get in a little package, and they got this little furry thing on the end for applying adhesive and stuff. Once you use it for plastic or super glue, it gets hard. So I cut the edge off, and then I use it for doing the wood. And you just smear it a little bit along the edge. And they don't need a lot. I'm square on the bottom. And I know I'm on the wrong side of this thing right here, but yeah, that's the deal you got to work with. But this is what it looks like. Right there. Just make sure that that is flush on the bottom there. And I'll just go like this so you can see what I'm doing here. Stick it along the edge. I always keep a paper towel handy and make sure there's no glue on the outside. If there is, you can always scrape it off. I have my sign cut to the desired shape, and I'm just dry fitting it right here. That's where it's going to go. So we're just going to take this, put this off to the side right here. Take some glue, and I already shaved the back of it to thin it out a little bit. And we'll just spread this glue on here. Try to get it on there even. And then get the excess off. You don't want too much on the bottom of it. Just enough for it to stick. Okay. And I had it one board under. That looks like about the center. Flatten it out. And then you take this nifty little multi-purpose tool that you use for everything else and use the back of it. And I just finished up putting the walls together after putting all the doors, windows, and signage on there. And now it's time to let the glue dry again, making sure that the building fits snugly on the dock. While I was applying the shingles, the cell phone that I'm using to record just came on automatically. I was unaware of it until about 5 minutes. I cut this thing short, but are coming up on the end right here where I finally figured out that the camera was on this whole time. Note to self, turn off automatic start. Oh boy, I didn't know it was recording. A sprue cutter. It's good for cutting off the ends of the shingles. Just take it along the edge of the roof line. Pull it down a little bit. And then once you're finished with this, you hit the bottom side right here, the edge and the bottom side with your India ink solution. So that's what looks like when it's trimmed. And it's and when it's hanging over, it's easy to snag and pull up. So that's why I gotta cut this before I do the other side. Here are some of the photos that I took after I finished with the building. I did a rough painting of the details on there. I still have to put some more colors on the detail parts and add more detail parts to it because it still looks kind of bare. Even though the back side is going to be up against land, I need to put some more uprights on there. It's been over 2 years since I did my last kit when I was in the old house. Higginbotham's was the one that I did. And here's what it looks like on my current layout. This is where it's going to go, and you can see that I have to do some more scenery around the area because the scenery is unfinished. So that's another project after I do another kit. I have to get back into the groove of building kits. It's been a little over 2 years since I did my last kit when I was living in Naples. So I made a little bit of mistakes on this one, but I'll learn from those mistakes and I'll do better on the next one. The next one I'm going to be doing Shaw Ridge, another bar mill scale model works kit. And I'll probably be starting on that this coming Tuesday after I put a little bit more detail on this stuff here today and tomorrow. And I have to find some people and work on the scenery around it. As you can see on the previous pictures that I showed you, I have some work to do on the scenery on my waterfront view. So until the next time, we'll see ya.